everyone, welcome to my channel where I share with you practical tools, insights, and inspiration to help you on your path of healing, transformation, and enlightenment. And in today's video, I want to talk about the importance of clearing and protecting your energy field. We are wired to process and deal with our own energies, but when another person's energy coming into our energy, we start to feel like overwhelmed. So a lot of times when people feel overwhelmed, it's because they have other people's energy in their energy field. It makes sense because we interact with so many people every day. And a lot of times we come in contact with all kinds of people who may or may not know how to own their own energy. So when someone who does not know how to own their energy and they project their energies onto you, if you don't protect your energy or clear your energy after you interact with them, you may feel heavy or bothered after interacting with them. And it's because we are wired to deal with our own problems, to deal with our own energy, and we're not wired to deal with other people's problem or energy, which makes sense because everybody should own their own problems. It is everybody's responsibility to work on themselves and transform themselves. And I'm going to share with you how to clear your energy. It's very, very simple, but very effective. And it can be done whenever you have maybe 5-10 minutes to yourself. So what you want is you breathe in, breathe out several times and let yourself relax. And you ask yourself to bring all the energies that belong to you back into your body. When we interact with other people, checking the emails, our awareness energy are somewhere else. So when we call our energy back to our body, we're going to feel a lot more grounded, less scattered. Then you can say, I acknowledge all the energies that do not belong to me, and I send them back to their sources with love. And we always send it back with love because love is the strongest energy in the universe. It can help clear anything, it can help heal anything. And you always want to send out love. And if you send out negativity or annoyance, you're going to attract more annoyance or things or people that make you feel annoyed. So it's very important that you send any energy that does not belong to you back to their source with love. And I want to talk about how to deal with emotions, how to cope when you are struggling with unresolved emotions. And it's something that everybody deal with because we are on this planet and there's so many things going on, especially for empaths who are so sensitive, tuned into the energy of this planet, of this world. People can feel very overwhelmed. So number one is never suppress your feelings. Welcome your feelings and pay attention to your bodily sensations. Where does it feel? And naming the sensation. And if you are aware of the feeling, what it means, and you can name the emotions too. For example, anger, resentment, hurt, naming the emotions. Secondly, bring whatever emotions that you struggle with to your heart, or send loving energy from your heart to those places that feels tight, contracted. Send love to those difficult emotions, memories. Send unconditional love to yourself. Even if you don't feel it, just say it. I unconditionally accept and love how I feel and who I am. When we have issues with other people, we're never having issues with that person. We're having issues with that person's behavior, negative behavior patterns, but we never hate that person because a person's a person. A soul is a soul. Even though a soul can pick up a lot of negative things along the way and they never know how to deal with them properly. But you never hate a soul, but you dislike what they do. Having boundaries with people is very important, and having healthy boundaries with your own emotions is important. Have understanding of your own emotions is also important. Thirdly, if extreme emotions come up, they're usually issues that are rooted in your childhood. You may be triggered by people in your adult life, but they're never the cause. They just triggered you unknowingly. So to really resolve the problem, it needs to resolve whatever happened in your childhood. Usually, those issues arise from issues with parents or with your caretakers or with your teachers when you were very young. Because when you were a child, your brain is like a sponge. You absorb everything without resistance. But when you are 7 years above, you start to have more logical understanding of things. So your logical mind starts to build, and you have capacity to filter out thoughts that you don't want. Our mind, our brain, usually don't come to full maturity until 25 years old. Yeah, remember there's a very touching scene in the movie Good Will Hunting where Will's mentor or psychologist gave him a hug and told him that it was not his fault.
This is not your fault. Look at me, son. It's not your fault.
I know.
It's not your fault.
That whatever happened in his life or in his childhood was not his fault. It's because when kids experience unfair treatment, they will think it's their fault. It doesn't really take a lot to negatively impacting a child. Child's brain are fragile, and you have to be honest about it. Otherwise, you can have a child growing up constantly overcompensate to make them look tough. And it's a very hard life for them instead of just being honest about their vulnerability and their own feelings, real feelings. But it is also not to scare people or parents that they constantly question if you're doing the right thing, because nobody is given a manual on how to live a life and how to raise a child. And the important thing is not to coddle a child, but to have unconditional love for them. Again, meaning that you don't dislike the child, but when their behaviors are problematic, it is parents and the guardian's responsibility to bring up to them in a way that the child can understand and relate. So I hope you like this video, and if you have other ways of clearing your energy, feel free to put it in the comment area. I would love to learn new ways of clearing and healing your energy. I send you much blessings, and I'll see you in the next video.